Number 15 is Jaspreet Singh Kalra. Jaspreet Singh Kalra is known as the rubber boy in the native country of India. His body is so flexible that he can turn his head almost 180 degrees. However, this is just one of the many wonderful tricks that he can make with his body, this gutta-percha boy. Number 14 Francisco Domingo Joaquim. A young man by the name of Francisco Domingo Joaquim from Sambizanga gets up really shocking things by facial muscles. Guinness World Records named his mouth the largest one in the world. At the place where ordinary people put food, champion could easily shove a jar of Coca-Cola. The size of the mouth of Francisco is exactly 16.99 centimeters. Number 13 is Zhang Ruifang. 101-year-old resident of China Zhang Ruifang few years have seen on her own forehead increasing buildup of unknown origin. These harmless bumps very much resemble the devil's horns. And if even one horn can be attributed to coincidence and a cruel joke of Mother Nature, the new symmetrical buildup on the other side of the forehead, which began to grow later, shocks others. Number 12 is Wim Hof. Dutchman Wim Hof has an amazing ability to withstand extremely low temperatures. He ran marathons barefoot in the snow, immersed in cold water, and set a world record for staying in an ice bath 1 hour 52 minutes. In addition, Wim Hof climbed to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, being alone shorts, for which he got the nickname Iceman. Number 11 is Yakov Tsiperovich. Electrical Tsiperovich Jacob has become a real biorobot. His first wife tried to poison him with a deadly poison, but the man was saved. When Jacob is trying to go to bed, some power picks him up. Today Tsiperovich, who turned 54 years old, lives in Minsk. Jacob haven't slept for 33 years, and in his advanced age he does not look older than 35. Number 10 is Tran Van Hay. Vietnamese resident Tran Van Hay had a hair length of 6.8 meters, but unfortunately he never stated this in Guinness Book of Records. 79-year-old Hay lived in Quien Giang Province, South Vietnam, and worked with herbs. He began grow his hair when he was 25-year-old for a very simple but surprising reason: after every haircut he got sick. Number 9 is Sadhu Amar Bharati. Sadhu lived a normal life until 1970. He worked, he had a wife and family, with 3 children. After several years of wandering in India, he made a vow, and raised his right hand up and haven't dropped it next 40 years. They say he picked it up as a sign of humility and renunciation of their sins, but there are also those who claim that he raised his hand in protest against the war on earth. Number 8 is Mas Oyama. Oyama broke 17 layers of tiles and 3 to 4 bricks with one stroke edge of his hand. He spent 100 times fighting with bulls. He killed 3 bulls with his bare hands, and broke the 49 bulls' horns with blow edge of his hand, too. He wanted to fight more with tigers and lions, but he was not allowed to mistreat animals. Later Oyama himself has admitted that he must not kill animals for the demonstration of his power. Number 7 is Michel Lotito. Frenchman Michel Lotito was called Monsieur Mange Tout at home, which means Monsieur eats everything. In the period from 1959 to 1997, he literally consumed about 9 tons of metal objects, including aircraft, 7 televisions, 18 bicycles, 15 shopping carts, and the coffin of the Eiffel Tower. What is the cause of such manifestations in Lotito's shocking skills? This rare phenomenon in science and medicine is known as psychotism, an eating disorder, which is expressed in the thirst for inedible substances. Number 6 is Ann Yager. Ann Yager is the heaviest woman and one of the heaviest people in the history of medicine. Maximum weight of Yager was 1,600 pounds, 727 kilograms, while she touches 170 centimeters. Carol suffered from eating disorder since childhood. According to her, the starting point of this eating disorder became sexual aggression of a close friend of her family. Carol Yager is also a woman who has lost the most weight in a natural way. The lose of 236 kilograms in 3 months without surgery was officially registered. Number 5 is Jill Price. Jill Price, a 42-year-old resident of California, remembers every event in her life, in chronological order since she was 12 years old. She remembers every single detail, including a program that runs at the time on TV, or events in the world. Just name the date, and she will tell you what day there was of the week and list everything that happened that day. Number 4 is Yoshiro Nakamatsu. Thomas Alva Edison, Japanese mad scientist, is one of the 5 greatest inventors in history, so called in the Society of the 85-year-old Japanese, who publicly states that he not only invented the famous floppy disk 20 years before the American company IBM did it, but became the record holder for number of inventions, bringing their number up to 3.3 thousand. Number 3 is Jonathan Lee Riches. Jonathan Lee Riches, federal prison inmate of Kentucky City on charges of fraud with the use of electronic means of communication, as well as the record holder for the number of lawsuits filed in U.S. district courts. For such active citizenship, Guy hit the Guinness Book of Records as one of the most controversial figures in the history, and Jonathan, being true to himself, filed a suit in response to the book in the court. Number 2 is Amou Haji. 80-year-old Iranian Amou Haji has set anti-achievement in Guinness Book of Records, who did not wash for 60 years. Iranian stopped to bathe in his youth. Haj says that he refused to perform hygiene procedures because of emotional and psychological injury setbacks. Now a man is afraid of water. He is sure that he will sick immediately after he wash his hands or bathe face. Number 1 is Jake Schellenschlager. 14-year-old Jake Schellenschlager for over 2 years professionally engaged in weightlifting. Currently Jake lifts the weight which exceeds the weight of his body more than twice. Recently, the boy broke his own world record by lifting barbell weighing 300 pounds, 136 kilograms. This weight exceeds Jake's weight more than 2 times.